So what we did last week, right, in terms of Git, we created a folder and we executed command git init. Okay, as soon as you did git init, you could see this master here, right? So this is why it is showing here, because you did git init inside this folder. So when you did git init, this folder becomes a repository, right? Git init makes a folder a repository. So what exactly it is doing? What init is doing? It is just creating a .git folder in the current folder. .git folder is created with a specific structure. That's it. What it is doing, git init is doing, is creating a .git folder in your folder where you executed git init. And that git folder is not empty. That .git folder is with specific structure. Clear? Basics? Everyone?
So that's fine, Ketan, but what
Yes.
if, let's say, somebody does not do git init, and so basically we're saying without this we cannot check in the code. You need a
Yes.
repository,
Without
right?
this is not related to Git at all. So none of your Git commands will work if you have not done git init, or if your project is not a repository.
Yeah, got it. So it creates a kind of a template or a framework, certain structure of maybe folders and subfolders, right?
Yes. So if I share my screen and the same project for which we have done git init, if I go there, all of you go to that folder. In my case, it is in Git training, and inside that Git training, we had a folder called Git Elite. And this is my .git folder.
Okay.
Correct? Now, if I go inside .git folder, it has its own structure, which we need not go right now. This is the structure. Okay.
Ketan, can I say that repository is like a tracking tool? Repository is for the tracking whatever changes we are adding or removing,
Yes.
something like that. Can I say that?
Yes. So basically, repository is a project. In terms of Git language, your project is nothing but a repo. We call it as short form as repo or repository. Make sense?
Yes.
Now,
It does.
what if I delete this .git? Let me delete it. See, in my case, I deleted. If I go back, can you see master went away?
Yes.
Right? So it is no longer a Git directory. Now, if I say Git status, it is say it's not a Git repository. If I do Git add dot, not a Git repository. Anything I write in Git command, it will say it is not a repository, so I can do anything. So only way a project, a non-Git project can become a Git project. Only way a non-Git project can become a Git project is by using git init command. And as soon as I run this command, a .git folder gets created. Okay. We were talking about Git can store years of history, right? 10 years, 15 years, 20 years of history, correct?
Yes.
All this history is inside this folder, .git folder. All this history is inside .git folder. Okay. Right now it is empty. We have not done anything. So what we will start doing is we'll start creating our code. So assume that you are a developer and you need to start developing your application. You need to start developing your application, correct? So we will start adding the file. Now, I don't know how many of you have any other source code available in your machine.
I have SVN.
What I suggest is copy any non-image files, text files or anything from any other folder, any two files to this folder. Any two files to this folder.
To the Git Add folder, right?
Sorry?
To the Git Add folder, right?
To the Git Add folder, not inside .git.
Okay.
Okay, not inside .git. I'm saying at the Git Add level. So let me copy first so that you will understand what I'm doing. And then all of you can copy. Any file is fine, but it should be text file. Don't copy image files and all, because typically we don't store image files on a repository.
Okay,
Are you okay to, sorry, go ahead. Sorry, mate.
No, go ahead.
Ketan, are you alright to us to create a non-text file?
Non-text in the sense?
Or text file, TXT file.
Yeah, any TXT, yeah, simple TXT file is also okay.
Okay.
So in my case, for example, I'm copying this Java file here. Okay. That's it. Copy only one file for now. Everyone.
Okay. Okay. Can I use VI command? Yeah.
Yeah, you can use VI command and all. I want a file, typically at least 1 or 2 lines inside it. If not, it should not be empty.
Last time I am not able to recollect where did I create a Git init. I definitely did it, but I'm still trying to search.
So
Yeah.
I'll tell you where you must have done C:, users, your name. Inside that you created a folder called Git training, and in that you created Git Elite.
Yeah. Otherwise, search, mate. Search for Git Elite. GIT ELITE. You will get it.
Users Git training. Oh, it was hidden folder, is it? It was not showing up here. Now it is showing up. Yes.
Git is hidden folder, but Git Elite is not a hidden folder.
No, okay. Users, user, and within that Git training. Okay.
Git Elite, and then inside Git Elite, you can see .git. But
right.
The file you want to copy is at Git Elite level, not inside .git.
Got it. Yeah, okay.
Everyone with me?
Yes.
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 Still, I'm not getting all the yes.
Yes,
You
sir.
have to have that habit of unmuting and saying yes.
Yes, sir.
Control Shift M, right? What was the key?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Ketan.
Okay. Okay. Everybody has a file in the folder,
Yes, we do have now.
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Now the newly created file, the first time created file, in our case, these are newly created file. Newly created file in Git terminology is untracked file or files. So this file right now is untracked file for Git. Git is not tracking it. By you just copying the file, Git will not understand that Git has to do something about it, right? So this is called untracked file. I'm just telling you certain terminology which you will keep on hearing when you actually work on the project. Untracked file.
Because this is the first time I'm creating and it is my user level. Git is not known, do not know about it.
Correct. Correct. So everybody has copied, then you can go to your Git bash and do Git status.
Git bash. Okay. And then
I'm in Git bash. So if you see my screen, I'm in that folder, Git Elite master branch. And here I'll type Git status. Sorry. Can you see untracked files? Login herocoup.java.
okay, then how did it directly go to the that folder? I mean, let's say you just open a Git bash.
Correct.
From
You have to say CD Git training and then CD Git Elite.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, you have to do manually.
Manually, yes. Okay, you want to go automatically?
Right click.
Here.
I just did Git bash here on the folder.
Yeah, you can do right click, Git bash here. I don't see that option somehow, but if you can see.
Show more option. You have to click on show more options.
Okay, but still I don't see that Git bash here.
It was there. Can you right click again? I think you got the show more option. Yeah. No, it's not there. Yeah.
is not coming, but most of you it should come. So there.
Yes, the file is showing.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. It is showing as untracked file. Can you see all of you?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So developer, I have been working on this file for last 2 hours. Okay, I was working on this file last 2 hours, and I feel that most of the changes I wanted to do in this file are being done. Right. So what I'm saying, I'm done with the changes in this file, which is in my case, login to Heroku app. Login to Heroku app. My changes are done. Once as a developer, I know that this file I'm done with for now. For now, I'm saying, because you might do some changes in future or after 1 hour. But for now, I feel whatever I have targeted, I'm done. I will stage this file. What I will do? I will stage the file for commit. I will stage the file for commit. That is, this file is ready to be committed to the repository. Commit means saving inside the repository. Right now, still our file is not inside a repo. It is untracked. Right? You have to stage it. Stage means it's an intermediate state before you put the things into the repository. Staging is an intermediate state where you put your files before actually putting inside the repository.
What's the reason that we need to have a staging is a must, or can we avoid it straight away into repository?
So you can put straight away into a commit, but typically as a good practice, we do staging first. And once we are done with 2-3 files which are working, which should be working together, then you commit at one go.
Okay, and this staging is probably required. I'm just guessing that somebody else who's trying to commit will able to see your changes before getting committed.
No, everything we are doing in Git is local. So none of my colleagues who are not working, having access to my machine can see it. They cannot see.
Okay, because I thought that was the reason we have a staging.
No.
But then what's the then merit of staging agent?
See, basically committing means putting into the repository, right?
Correct.
Right, just let me show you. Commit means putting into the repository.
Correct.
Now, repository then will be pushed to server. Once you put to server, everyone can see.
Yeah, true.
Correct. When you push to server, you might run build on it. Correct. Now assume that this file is calling a function which is in some other file which I'm yet to commit.
Okay.
Then my changes on the server will break. It won't get compiled. Build won't happen. It will fail.
True.
So what you will do? You want to mark certain files that changes are done. At the same time, you want to continue working on other files which are logically related. And then you can stage all them together. Three files will get staged, and then you commit at one go.
Okay, so basically this tells me that this staging will help only you. I thought staging is another thing, for other people to also.
No, it is not for other people to know. Staging is only for us as a developer to keep the files, which indicates us that we are done with this file for now.
So basically, Ketan, I mean, just to rephrase this, if I have 3 files, right, and they are interdependent, I am done with the one file, then I can put it to the staging. I continue to work on 2 other files. Once I am done, I'll put all 3 to staging and then commit. So it's about me to, by putting the first file into the staging, I am aware that I'm done with first. That is what only benefit I can see.
Correct.
I'm just, okay. Got it.
Correct. That is one advantage. Second advantage is if I keep on committing individual files, my commit history becomes very dirty, right? So commit history is very important because commit history sorry. So commit history, we'll talk about it when we go there. We have not yet committed, no? So that is where I will, some of you may not be able to understand if you have not worked on Git. So we'll go step by step and we'll reach there. But for now, staging is an intermediate state where you keep your ready files.
Got it. Okay.
Anyone else? Any questions?
Just one thing, like, do we need to add it first? I mean, the repo, and then
Correct.
we can commit and all stuff.
Yes. So what is your question, Ketul?
For new files, like we copy pasted it, right? So do we
Yes.
need to add it first to the repo and then commit it?
Yes, that is what we will do. That is what we'll do.
Okay.
Right? Anybody else? So how do I stage? That is a question. How do I stage my file? And for that command is git add file name. So how do I execute it? I say git add login to HeroKup. Right now, those of you are not comfortable working from command line, I did not type the entire file name. What I did, I typed initial 2-3 characters and press the tab key. So automatically autocomplete will complete the file name because there is only one file right now. Everybody got it? What I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes.
Git add login to HeroKup. Right now the file is untracked. Git is telling me git add file to include it in what will be committed, right? So I'll say git add login to herokup.java, enter. Now if I do git status, it is telling me changes to be committed, green color. Untracked file was in red color. Now it is showing me it's a new file. See, new file. Because you are first time staging it.
Got it.
Right?
Ketan,
Yes.
this is out of topic here. Basically, I'm just comparing with your screen with my screen. Yeah. Okay.
Hmm.
When I say the git add array.txt or something like that, yeah, it's
Yeah.
give me blah 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 message saying that int and give me warning lf will be replaced by crlf in harry.txt. Yeah. Whereas
Yes.
I can't see anything in your one.
Yes.
You straight away gets proper response saying that
Yes.
yes, commit
Because
done.
I am using it for many years, so those warnings are gone now. They don't keep on coming.
Really? How does it know that I am the new, you are the old?
So it's
You are
not
the
that. It's the type of file also, right? I have done this Java file inside an editor,
okay.
right? So they take care of the extra characters which are put for new line and carriage return. So your file is
Text
carriage
file.
return new line characters in Linux systems are different than in Windows system. You are creating file in the Windows system, while this is a Linux kind of behavior. So that is why it just gives you a warning. It is not a error actually.
Can I tell you one thing? I have created a file with a vi command. Is a Unix Linux system of creating file. Less.
Correct.
Then why is it giving me error message then?
Yeah, so basically that's what I'm saying. It's an OS compatibility. We are
Acha,
doing
acha, it's
Linux in a Windows.
Okay, I got you now. I got you. Yep.
That's the reason. If you are using totally Linux system and Linux everything, then you will not get these kind of warnings.
Perfect. Thank you, sir.
Let me see if what you are saying I can show it to others.
Ketan, I'm also having that warning.
Everybody will get it because of this OS compatibility part. abc.txt, whatever is the file. This next file. Okay, I did this and I say git add, right? So While adding, it is showing you messages, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Not during the
Yeah.
commit.
No, but for you it's nothing. Still nothing.
Okay.
Actually, Ketan,
I
me
didn't get
and
the error.
I have created with VI command.
Oh, I think we both do the same thing
I
then.
don't.
Yeah, yeah. So that can be the case.
Okay. Okay. I think we're trying to follow the rules.
No problem. So can you see now two files? I have two files which are in staging.
True.
Right? But still they are not in repository, right? Project does not recognize it unless we commit. Unless we commit. Now can you see it is saying sometimes you by mistake stage it and then you realize array mera ek change reh gaya. I forgot to
Correct.
make one change. Then I can unstage it by this command. Right? I can unstage it by this command. Clear? Everyone? So you can go from stage to unstage by using this command.
So basically, Ketan, once it is staged, you cannot edit it. As simple as that.
You can edit the file, but
is
that
it?
is a different version. So right now, suppose this is stage, right? I can go to login Heroku and make changes. That is possible.
Oh, okay. Because that gave me a perception. Because then why we have to unstage, right? Because what I meant to say, Ketan, if I go back, you got it. Got the question, right? That's why I'm having that perception actually.
Right. No. So you can edit, but that editing is happening as a separate instance. Staging is different. So suppose abv.txt, right? I have staged it. Now I'll modify further. Third line.
Okay.
I commit, it will only commit the file which was staged, not this third line. It's the third line.
Because I'm still making it my user level only.
Right now, we're talking about one more area now. Working directory is this. This is my working directory, right? So whatever changes I can make only in working directory. Second area we are talking about is staging. Whatever we did using git add command is called staging. And third area is repository. We are talking about one is working directory. That is probably what is under our control, what we can edit and everything we can do in working directory. Second is staging the files which are ready for commit. The final stage is commit, that is move the files into repository or update rather. Update the files into repository. Making sense, everyone? So let us do a commit now. What is a command for commit? Git commit. And whenever you commit, see, commit is a very important stage. Commit. You are changing this inside the project. Right? You are changing the files actually inside the project. Commit means you are committing the files inside the project. So what Git does? Git stores your email ID, your name, and why did you commit? Or what did you commit? That information. Whenever you commit, these are the three things which will get stored along with your commit. And provide a unique ID to this information, which is called commit ID.
Then all of this Git will get it automatically, except that why did you commit? Is that an optional thing that we need to add?
Yes, it is actually optional, but you should do it. As a good practice,
Yeah, because the other person will
you
know.
should, yes, you should commit with the message for two reasons. One is for yourself, when you see the commits in future, you should be able to know why you had committed 3 months back or 4 months back something. And second is for your colleagues.
Yes. Okay.
Amit had committed. Okay, Amit had committed. Oh, he had made for this reason, this release, this bug fix. Okay, okay. And something is not clear, they can call you up. Amit, you had checked in one file day before yesterday. I'm facing some issue related with. Why did you do that change? Did that guy come to know that Amit has done it? Because it is stored along with the commit ID. Making sense, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So how do you commit? So command is git commit -m for message. But before you commit, how does Git know your email ID and your name? So let us set your ID and name so that Git bash knows your ID and name. Are we ready?
Just a
Yeah.
second. Just a second. I just want to try out the. No, we didn't try the commit yet, right?
Yeah, we have not
yet
started
to.
commit yet.
Not
We have
yet.
not committed yet.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So what we have to do is remove this git commit command. Before that, set your email ID and name. How do you set email ID and name? I'll send
Global.
you certain commands on the chat window. Can you see my screen? Git commit, git config, -- global, user.name. Here you have to give your name. Don't give Mike's name. Okay.
Yeah.
Your name and type in the git bash. And once you enter this command, if no message comes, it means your command was successful. Remove the $sign on the start. The dollar part, don't use it. Only git. Your command should start from git. Everybody clear?
Yes.
Don't that special character at the start you ignore.
Yes.
I don't know why it is coming because of the bullet here. And second command is for email address. Same command, similar command. You have to type your email address and press enter.
User.email, is it?
It is user.email and user.name. Two different commands. Once it is done, both the commands, put a done on the chat window so that I know how many of you have done before I start further.
We cannot copy paste any command on command line.
You can copy paste, right click paste. Control
Okay.
V may not work. You have to use right click paste inside git bash.
Okay.
Or also, I mean, just since I know, I think Ketan, the up arrow also gets you the previous command.
Yes.
Yeah, you can modify it. Yeah.
That is called history.
Git config global, and then user email ke baad, I think what is the second command, Ketan? Sorry,
User name. User.name is the first command, or second, whatever sequence is not, doesn't matter. You have to type two commands. First command for user.name, second command for user.email with your email ID. So Ketul is done. One person is done. We are how many here?
1 minute, I'm trying to see how do I.
We are 14 people. So I need to see 14 done.
Yeah. Done.
I'm also done.
Okay. 3 and 3, 6 done.
What if I like mistakenly type something wrong and then I have to like redo it? Say I spell my name. Sorry.
The same command with the correct data.
Okay. So it takes the latest one.
Yes, it will take the latest, whatever the last command you executed.
So, Ketan, for me, when I entered my name and I tried to run, it gave me an error that not found, command not found. And when I entered on the same command again, just with the name of Mike, and it has ran this time. So how can I edit that? I mean, if I want to change,
You want to share your screen and explain? I couldn't get it.
Sure. Let me share my screen.
I think Abhishek, you can rerun the command.
Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes.
So this is where first I ran. I entered my name here, and
Okay.
I don't know what was wrong, but I got command not found.
Yep.
And I was actually
Press,
trying.
press
Yeah.
up arrow key and type your command again. Up arrow key so that command will come.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now change your name.
Okay.
Yeah. Now press enter.
Okay.
Right. See what happened now? First time when you copied, no, you must have copied that special character also, and
Yeah, and I
that is
removed it.
where
Yes,
the
but
problem came.
okay.
Ketan,
Now
another
do it for
observation.
user.email also, Abhishek.
Sure. Yeah, sure, Ketan, on it.
Ketan, another observation that I have not given double quotes.
That's fine.
But still, it has taken my commands. Okay.
Yeah,
Because there is no space, I think.
Yeah, correct. There is no space, so that is why okay. Otherwise, it will create problems.
It's like a DOS, same thing what we do in normal life.
Correct. Okay, everyone, fine.
Hello, sir. Sir, during staging Git Add, it shows me the error like I have pasted in the chat, perhaps.
Okay, just 1 minute. I'm checking.
Use core FS monitor instead. That parameter is in false, I guess. So I need to enable that parameter.
Yeah, you can enable. Otherwise, it is okay. It's a hint only. There is no error. Okay, so should not be a problem.
Then how do we can check that whatever the name we has given? I mean, can we retrieve the name?
Yes, yes. So what you can do now, everybody, let me share my screen and explain. So this is the command to check whether your name set properly or not. Right? Git config user.name and git config user.email. You can check, everyone can check now whether it is showing properly or not.
Config user.email. Okay. It is telling command not found. क्या हो गया? Git config one single word है क्या? नहीं, git config है. Sorry.
Git space config.
It's showing correctly, Ketan.
Good.
Yes, for me too. Yeah.
Yes. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Anyone lagging behind?
Yes.
Want me to wait? Let me know. Gulshan?
Yeah.
Dino, you are fine, or you are maybe only on mobile now?
No, I'm on a different laptop, so I don't have
Okay.
my earlier one.
But you are able to follow?
Yeah, I am. Yes.
Okay, good. And how about Poonam, Priyanka?
Working fine.
Okay, Poonam?
Done, sir.
Okay, great. Anybody else not doing? Subhajit?
Yes, sir, done.
Why you are so quiet, Subhajit?
Sir, what should I say?
No problem.
Sir, can I ask one question?
Yes, please.
I'll just share a screenshot.
Okay, let me see.
Just 1 second.
Yes.
Can you see?
Yes.
All right. So let's say while adding the file, like while doing git add, I don't want to commit this .dstore and .localize. So like how to do that?
Correct. So everybody got the question from Subhajit?
No. Just repeat Subhajit one more time, please.
Yeah. So what I was asking is, let's say I do git add and dot. So that means I'll be committing, like I'll be staging all the files, right? But in my case, I don't want to add. I just want I want to ignore this .ds underscore store and .localize. And from these two files, I have to commit all of them.
So you are saying
You
that you want to selectively commit, right? And you have, I meant to say, you have some 5 files in the staging, and you want to commit only 2. Something like that you are saying.
No, let's say
other way around.
Amit, he's saying that this .ds store and localized are temporary files which I never want to stage or commit.
Okay.
There is two option, Ketan. One
Yes.
thing is can give the individual file names, okay, like git add CentOS DOS. That's one. EC2 dot and cd docs. That's a way you can do. Or other way option is that git add extension also you can do it. Dot git add star dot.
Correct.
Yeah, that's what is like a DOS command. I feel like that's the way.
Correct. But right now the question is, Shubhajit is saying I don't want these files ever. They are required for me to execute my project, but they are not required to be version controlled. Are you getting it? Right?
Yeah.
So whenever you are working in any programming language or any project, there might be files which are temporarily created by the system like Java or Python. Right? So these temporary files or the files which are executables, I don't want to version control in a source management system.
Okay, these are supportive files. So Ketan, just to get this question correct, last 3 files he want to commit. First 2 are temporary usage, and he don't want to commit those.
Correct.
I think
so basically what Subhajit is asking is, I'll write it down.
Exception
Write it
list.
down. Subhajit wants. Is your spelling correct? Name spelling?
I think it's Subho, SUBHO, as per me.
SUB.
Yeah. Correct. Thanks.
So,
Yeah, sir.
Subhajit wants Git to ignore those files. What it means is, whenever Subhajit does Git status, these 2 files should not even appear for untracked or stage or commit, nothing. Git should totally ignore it. Are you guys getting it?
Okay, not even untracked. Okay. Because
not even untracked.
Okay, not even untracked. Okay. But what is the problem if it is untracked? It's fine, right?
See, point is, if you keep it untracked, they will be staged, they will be committed. These temporary files committed increases size of your repository.
Okay.
And you are getting junk into your repository, which you don't want to track. Version control.
That's right, but hence once it is untracked, he won't be. He will never want those files to be even staged, right?
Correct. But then every time it will appear in the list, right? Untracked files.
अच्छा वो भी नहीं चाहिए. Okay.
वो भी नहीं चाहिए ना, क्योंकि क्या होगा? Right now, see, I told you a command called git add and the file name. But what if the project is having 10-15 files at any point in time and we are staging them together? Then you have to do git add dot. That is, stage everything which is changed.
Current folder.
Amit?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's
Sorry.
the command to like commit all the files? Sorry, stage all the files.
Git space add space dot. Okay. So let us make one file, git commands. So far we have learned git init, then we did git add file name, then we talk about git add dot, then we are now talking about to talk about git commit, but before that this topic of ignore files came, right? So for doing this, for ignoring the files, yes,
Git status was there as well.
yeah, git status also, correct. Let's just store this file. Right. So how do you ignore? How do you tell Git to ignore those files. So all of you follow what I'm doing. Create a file which is maybe .tmp, .txt, right?
Okay, one more
file .tmp.txt, empty file is fine. Create one more file, text file again. My log.txt instead of txt, log file. Extension is log, my log.log. Okay, my log.log file. So I've created two files, .tmp.txt and my log.log. Everyone created? Just right click, new, and text document I'm saying.
So one text file and one mylog log.
Yes. Everybody with me? Two files got created. Now go to git bash and do git status. These two files are appearing as untracked files.
Yes.
Yes. Now go back to Windows here and right click, create a new file, text document, and name it as .ignore, no extension. Remove that .txt extension. Those who are not able to see .txt, you have to share your screen. I'll guide you how to do that. .git ignore is the file name you are creating. Press enter.
So
everybody created .git ignore.
.git ignore करके अच्छा within git elite only.
Yes, within git elite only. .git ignore, no space or underline between git and ignore word. They are joined together. .git ignore. Now edit this .git ignore file. Right click, open a notepad. Okay, you open it in a notepad and give these two files name which you want Git to ignore.
Yeah.
Inside .git ignore, which I've opened now, .git ignore file is what I've opened. Inside .git ignore, I will give all the files I want Git to ignore. So I'll say .temp.txt I want it to ignore, and I want it to ignore all the log files, star.log.
So it understands the wildcard also.
Yes.
Okay.
Ketan.
Yes.
So I just created .git ignore. It created a text file instead of a dot.
Yes. So that is what you can share your screen. I'll guide you how to do that. Can you go to view? Can you click on checkbox file name extensions?
File name extension.
Right hand side, yes. Above hidden items.
This one?
Yes. Now you can remove the text. Press F2 on git ignore file name. Press F2 on function F2 in your case. Yes. Now remove that txt extension. .git ignore. Yes. Perfect.
Extension.
Say yes. Perfect. Now it's okay.
Okay.
Okay. And now see what I've done. I have, let me share my screen. Right, so I've added two files which I want Git to ignore in the Git ignore and saved the file. I saved the file. After saving, I'll do Git status again. Can you see this? Those two files disappeared. Everybody with me understand what is happening?
It didn't disappear for me.
Okay, so did you save the file here?
Yes, I did.
Okay, then
I'll
can you
just
check
try
the
again.
extension?
It's not there. Extension's not there.
Share the screen.
Is it git ignore is a one single this thing or a git space ignore?
Single file name. Git ignore together.
Okay, मेरे लिए भी नहीं हुआ है केतन.
No problem. We'll solve it. Okay. Can you, Kritika, in your case also, it may be that your .gitignore.txt is the file. Can you write the extension? Or can you show the extensions, please?
View में जाओ, हाँ. View में.
Yes. So remove the txt part. That is why it is not picking up.
Better, Ketan, we can create in a VI file. It will make it very easy. .ignore.
Harry, but
why do I get like double txt?
Yeah, because see, by default, in your case, it takes txt as an extension when you create a text file.
Okay.
And you give another txt, so it is .txt.txt.
Oh, okay. Can I check now?
Yes.
सर आपने git ignore में क्या नाम डाला है?
हाँ अभी भी आ रहा है आपका. हाँ वो रिमूव करो डबल वाला, बट फिर भी आ रहा है.
File names.
Yeah, it works now.
It's gone?
Yeah.
Yes.
एक मिनट तो मेरा क्यों नहीं हो रहा है एक सेकंड ना. मेरा माइलॉग का नहीं हुआ है शायद चेंज. माइलॉग. अच्छा वो माइलॉग का भी टेक्स्ट निकालना है ना?
Yes, yes. Everybody else done?
No.
Yes. Yeah. For me it is done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good. So what is happening now? Those files are getting ignored. So even if I keep on adding more log files, it won't appear. So if I say now new text file drive.log.
Maybe Ketan, you want to share your screen, please?
I'm adding more log files. Okay. And if I keep on checking, it will keep on ignoring. So even though I have two log files, both are getting ignored by .gitignore. Okay, now let us come back to our commit command. Now, let me ask you one question. How about this file? Should we version control this file?
It will. It will,
but should we?
I think we should do, because we are going the process of changing. Yeah. You keep on, if you move on to add, so we can add with a dot there, it will take all the files also then. The file is still there, we're ignoring it.
Right, but what I'm saying is whether we want to stage.gitignore.
We should.
Right?
We
Everybody agrees?
Ketan, one question. Sorry, I'm a bit behind. So there is a git ignore. I'm still, once I do git status, I'm still getting that git ignore is untracked file.
Git ignore is an untracked file. You can see my screen also. It is appearing.
It's there. Okay, that's fine.
That is fine. That is my question. That should we track this file or no? Or should we ignore? Git ignore also.
No, I think it needs to be tracked, right? Because I think it needs to be tracked because it's again you only. I mean, for housekeeping purpose.
Correct. So this should we should commit this file along with other file, right? Now commit command. So just see what I'm doing. Git commit. As I told you, commit with a message. So -m. Git space commit space -m space in the double quote, you have to give very readable message for your team members. Every commit, this message writing is very important. You should give a very proper comment on what you have done and why you are committing. So I can say that fixed the defect ID 56485, right? So I can do this. Okay. So there must be some objective for which you are committing the files. So this is one more reason why you don't commit one file at a time. You commit a change together, which is logically completing some functionality or fixing a defect, right? Or modifying based on the change request. And then press enter. Everybody with me?
Yes.
Did commit happen for all of you?
No.
Your first Git commit.
Not tried yet. I will try now.
Right? For many of you, not all of you, but for many of you, this was your first Git commit. So you should celebrate. Right? Yes, I think some of you are facing problem. You can share your screen and I'll help you.
So Git, and then we are saying Git commit.
Who would like to share?
Git commit and then file name.
Everybody's fine. Nobody's sharing. So can I go ahead? Everybody committed?
No, Ketan,
can you please share your screen again? I mean the command.
Yes.
Yeah, please.
So we performed the commit after this git ignore file was untracked already.
Yes,
But we
correct.
just performed the git commit.
Correct. So what is committed? Only what was there in the staging.
Staged. Okay.
My .git ignore is still not committed, not staged. It will not touch these files, untracked or change files. Non-staged files will not be touched by git commit command.
Ketan, so that the insertions, what is highlighted there, so are those the lines which are detected in the files?
Yes,
which
2
are
files change and 117 insertions. Yes.
Okay.
Ketan, when I try to do commit,
Yes.
it is opening one editor.
Because you have not done -m command, Amit here, if you see my screen.
-m.
It is asking you to now put message on the editor.
That is why it automatically. So automatically it reminds you like that. Okay.
Yes.
Git commit -m and message.
Ketan, can I ask a quick question? Yeah, you gave an ID number there. Does it need ID number? Because to revert back again, we can just need a comment. Did give you the unique ID number. Why we providing ID number here?
This is a defect ID which I am fixing as in my source code.
Okay. According to your source code, you're doing that. Okay, that's fine.
Right. This is not a commit ID.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Then -n.
It's M for message.
Yeah, correct. And then whatever in the staging, everything will move.
Everything will be committed.
Correct. So I don't have to, do it step by step, right? Let's say there are 3 files, 4 files. I'll just say a -n and the message. That's it. Everything in the staging
will go.
Okay.
Ketan, we have added multiple files individually while staging. So is it possible to add in a group we can add the files?
Yes, you can do git add dot.
Okay.
Right. So if you see my command reference.
So dot means the current version.
Dot means add all the files into staging.
Okay.
all the change files into staging.
So
Current
here we
folder.
don't have to
Current.
provide any file name.
You don't have to provide
No.
any file name.
Okay.
This is, I think it's called the current folder. All the files which you have in the current folder will be added. If you want to
No,
add
no,
individual.
no. Even subfolders.
Oh yeah. Okay. That's right. Yeah.
Subfolders. Everything will
But
be
I
staged.
can't like add two specific files. Like
You can.
You can by giving file names.
File name. Yeah.
okay.
Like a git add file name. If
But
you want
not
to
in the
commit.
same command, like in two different
No, you can
commands.
do git add file name space file name. I think it should take.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Kedar, that's
Try
why
doing
it works.
It worked, right?
Yeah, I used to do that.
Okay, perfect. So what we did now, we added to staging and we committed. Now let me go back to the presentation and see diagrammatically whether it makes sense to you now. Right?
Yeah, makes sense.
This is Git Add. This is Git
Commit.
This is my repository. Is repository on server or a local machine right now?
Local machine.
Local machine.
Perfect. Local machine. So this is how your workflow goes. Developer, as a developer, you keep changing files, you keep staging them, you keep committing them. You keep staging them, you keep committing them. And once in a while, you push to the server. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
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 Good. So this is the most frequently used commands: git add, git commit. Yes, somebody was asking something.
I wanted to ask, like, if I commit something, but I am not satisfied with it, I forgot to change something in it, but now that I have committed it,
Yes.
so can I like pull it back and redo it?
Yes, you can. We'll come to that. Right? Okay. Those commands. So what I think Krutika is asking is, I committed, but I felt it was a mistake. I want to undo that commit. You can
revert back.
Yeah, you can revert back. We'll see that with commands later on. But basic workflow is clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Kedar. Yes.
Good. So now what we are going to do is maybe add files and commit them, everyone. Add any two more files and commit them. As a practice, like this. Okay, before that, let me explain you one more thing. Can you see this text? Okay.
Yes.
And can you see this? Every commit gets a unique ID.
Right. Commit
How
ID.
many characters you can see?
7.
7. But actually it is 40 characters long. Commit ID is 40 characters long. Okay. It is a 40 characters long commit ID. It's a checksum, which not only gives you a unique ID, but it also it is that the ID comes based on the content what it stores, right? So commit ID is very, very important because this is actually your history. So if I go back to any of the repositories on GitHub, commit IDs are stored. Like if I go to my HRMS system, can you see 8C1F6B1? That is the last commit ID for this repository on a master branch. 8C1F6B1, right? There are total how many commits in my repository?
28 commits.
28 commits.
28 commits. So every commit you do gets recorded for good unless you revert. Right? Now this is my simple training repository. If I go to Selenium repository GitHub, okay, and if I go there, I'm going to the Selenium tool repository. How many commits?
28,177
commits. So this is what happens when you write a commit command. A unique ID is given, and that is the way you can track your repository. Now, if I say git log, everybody type git log command and press enter. Git log command gives you the list of commits made in this repository.
Okay. But this checksum is, sorry, this unique ID or commit ID is fine, but how that is useful to me?
Nothing. It is not useful to you in terms of working as a developer.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about it, but you should know that this is what is happening internally.
Acha, this big yellow bar, so many characters. Acha,
This
these
is
are
the
all
first characters I was talking. This is first 7 is what is shown by default.
okay. This is the actual one, right? I mean,
This is
the
actual 40
okay.
characters.
40 characters. Right. Okay.
So see what the commit stores: commit ID, name, email address, and the date on which I committed, and the comments which I have given.
Right.
Everybody clear? Commit?
Yes.
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 Now add 2 files
Yes.
and commit it.
Ketan, one more question. If we don't add the file, I mean, again, I know it's not a good recommended practice, but
Yeah.
Somebody can directly commit without staging. Is that possibility?
Yes. So it is possible. I'll tell you the command little later on.
Oh, no problem. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So what Amit is asking, is it possible from directly from working directory to commit? Yes. The files which are already tracked by Git, you can do that. But the newly added files, you cannot do that. So what I'm saying is, suppose I created a fresh file just now. And if I want to move that file directly from my working directory to the repository, it is not possible using commit command. But suppose that file was checked in 3-4 times, I modified, committed, and now I'm modifying again. I can directly move it from my working directory to the commit by a command. That command I'll show you a little later on. Clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
So
Yes.
now we need to create 2 files and commit them.
Yes. Now everybody create 2 files and commit them. I'm also copying 2 files from my repository and committing them.
Sir,
Yes.
I got one issue. It says, just one second. It says there was a problem with editor in quotes VI.
So
I don't know.
you want to share your screen?
I've shared the screenshot in the chat.
Okay.
Ketan, quick question. I wanted to add like 2 files in the same command. So git add and then file name, right? And then
Or we can give git add
Then
and dot. So
space.
Git add
No,
dot.
no, no.
Yes.
May I?
Yeah.
Git add file name space again another file name.
Right.
Okay.
or git add dot.
Okay. Dot is for all the files, right?
All the files, yes. All the files which are changed. Harry, you wanted to say something?
But after doing dot, it is also showing that git ignore file that will also get stage and commit.
Yes.
Yeah, we are committing that also. We spoke about that. Yeah, Kritika. We are going to do that
Sorry?
also with us. We are committing that also. Dot repository
Okay.
file, a dot ignore file. We have to do that.
Yes, yes,
Otherwise,
yes,
we will be not.
Yes.
Okay, Subhajit.
Yes, sir.
Commit has happened. I think it's about VI editor. You may not have put a message, so your VI editor must have been opened, and then it is not closed properly, it seems. And you're doing it from some other window. You want to share your screen?
No, now it's fine, sir. It's working.
Fine, no?
Yeah, I put the message.
So in a Git log, Ketan, now I can see my 2 commits.
Good. Good. So everybody will see that 2 commits, okay?
Yes.
I saw the comment, Ketan. I actually changed my main file. The first file I changed.
Yes.
So now I see something red and it says modified and the file name.
Correct. So that's the same thing, right? Once is a newly created file you staged, and a files which is already was committed and now you are modifying it again and staging it, that will show as modified and changed.
Okay, so I changed something in this file, so it just shows that you changed.
Correct. Modified and yes. So it's a modified file which is already tracked by Git. You have to do add to stage it.
Okay.
Okay, everyone? Okay, now so what we have done, we have committed our files multiple times. So we have multiple files now in our repository. Now all of us will go to GitHub and log into your account. While you can see right now I'm there on my account.
Okay.
So go to your account.
You want us to go to the web URL?
Yes, web URL. You go to your browser, go to github.com, and you must have already been signed in. If you have not signed in, sign it. Log in basically. I want one of you to share your screen so that I can guide.
Should I?
Yeah, Kritika. Okay. So everybody on this screen?
Yes.
I'm waiting till everybody comes to this screen.
Okay, yes. I'm there on the screen. Yes.
So now see this training. In this training, you have to be careful. In this kind of a session where I'm guiding you to do something which all of you have to do, it is your responsibility to stop me if you are lagging behind. Because I won't come to know if anybody is lagging behind. I'll go slow as far as possible. But if you feel I'm going faster than what you are able to comprehend, you can stop me and tell me to wait. Ketan, wait, I'm doing this. Ketan, please wait. This is still pending for me. Ketan, please wait. I'm not with you right now. Right. So it will help me. Then again, what will happen otherwise is I'm 3 steps ahead now. And now really you are not able to do you are lost what to do. So I have to explain you all the 3 steps again. That will waste also a lot of time, and you should not get demotivated that you are not able to follow. So I want to make sure that everybody is able to go with everyone else. Okay. So everybody on this page. So when I ask such questions, everybody on this page, those who are not there, I'm expecting to say no more than what those who are saying yes. Right? Yes, also you say, but no are more important here because that tells me to wait. So everybody on this page.
What do you mean this page?
Okay, then
I can say.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Harry.
Sorry, Ketan. What do you mean this page? You're
Can
showing
you see the
web
right
page.
now? Can you see the
Yeah,
screen?
web page we have to go github.com.
Similar page
Yeah.
github.com in your account.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Ketan, I think it is asking me to sign in.
So you have to sign in. You have created an account on GitHub, Priyanka?
Yeah, maybe I lost there. Okay, I'll recover it. No problem.
Okay. So you have not created the account yet, Priyanka?
Actually, that was in another mail, and I have pasted
Okay, so
another
let
one.
us take
So
a
I
break. Anyway, it's 1.5 hours of our session today. Let us take a 15 minutes break. Those who have not created GitHub account, you can create a new account, sign in, and be ready with this screen. Okay?
okay.
Yeah, we'll take a break. I'll stop the recording. I'll start the timer.